In this video I'm looking at circles and locating the center of a circle when I'm given 2 points and the radius. So we're just going to look at the theory side of this first. So at the moment here I have a circle and I have its center point. What makes a circle is if it has its center point and the distance that this entire circumference is from the center is equal to the radius. So from this point to the center is the radius, from this point to the center is the radius, from this point to the center is the radius. All the same. So if I'm looking to find the center of this circle and I have 2 points, I'm just going to use this information in reverse. So if I take this point here, how far is it from here to the center of the circle? It's going to be the radius distance. So whatever the radius distance is, that's equal to the radius. If I was to pick another point, this point over here, how far is it from this point to the center? That's also going to be the radius distance. So if I have any 2 points on the circumference of a circle, and I know what the radius is, I can locate the center of that circle. So down here, I have 2 points that are going to be on the circumference of a circle. I have my radius, which my compass is set to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the center of a circle that contains both of these points. So the circumference is going to pass through this point and pass through this point. To do that, with my radius set to this, which is 40 millimeters, put the point of my compass on one of the points on the circumference. So I know that this is a point on the circumference and I can swing an arc. So everywhere on that arc, now if I was to put my compass, I could draw a circle that would pass through this point. So I could put one here, swing, goes through that point, put it here, draw a circle, it goes through that point. But I also need it to pass through this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing the same thing that I did a moment ago. I'm going to put my point of my compass on that point and swing an arc. And again, everywhere on that arc that I've just drawn, I could put the point of my compass and draw a circle and it'll pass through this point down here. But this point here is a place where it is equal distance from both. So it's both 40 millimeters away from here, the radius distance, and from this one. So I can now draw a circle that will pass through both points and giving me my circle with point on the circumference and point on the circumference here. So I've found the center of this circle when given 2 points on the circumference. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at a question in relation to this. So here we have an example that we're going to draw. This is an ice cream cone. We're given the dimensions here in the classroom, so you can set that up for yourself. And then what we're going to do is we're going to locate the center of the scoop of ice cream up on top. So the scoop of ice cream has a radius of 30, so we need to find where this scoop of ice cream is going to go. Now I know that the scoop is going to sit down on this point and this point, so if it's sitting down on those 2 points, they are points on the circumference of the circle. So what I can do now is I'm going to set my compass to a radius of 30 millimeters. So set up a mark there that's 30. Set my compass to 30. Now you know I don't like when people set their compass this way, because what ends up happening is you hold it and then when you release it, it springs out and it gets bigger. So set it up on a sheet of paper, at least then you can check it, make sure that it works. So just using what we did earlier on in the video, point my compass on one point on the circumference that I know, which is this one, swing an arc, point my compass on another point on the circumference that I know, which is this one, swing the same size arc, which is the radius distance. That gives me the center of the circle that I'm looking for, and I can now draw my scoop of ice cream that is going to touch off both of those points. And there we have found our scoop of ice cream sitting up on top of the ice cream cone. The radius distance is 30, we were given that in the question. We were given this point and this point. Have a go at this and see how you get on.